So for today's assignment, you are going to be working in Notability. You can work in that Explain Everything app as well. I just am not familiar with that app, so I won't really be able to help you very much. If you had questions in there, I would try, but either one you want to use, that's fine. And you are going to open up your POD, Principles of Design assignment in Notability. And then you're going to scroll through and you're going to find different examples of the principles being used in interior design. Very, very similar to what we did with the elements of design, where you are going to find examples from internet searches and paste them in here. So I'm going to make sure that I have my pointer finger selected so I can go through here. Our objectives are listed here as well. The video for this is going to be posted right here on this slide. And I've also linked a Google search here for you that you can click on to start. So if I click on that, open in Safari, this is going to take you to just a general search for interior of design or interior design pictures. Now, since we're talking about the principles, you can add different words in here, and I can say I want to find harmony. So I want to find a room that shows me harmony, and it's going to give me all these different pictures. I can select one, and you can either copy or add to your photos. And then I'm going to go back over here, and then I would add it. So I'm going to find a room that has harmony. Then I'm also going to try to find a room that is lacking harmony, so it doesn't have harmony in it. And then you're going to tell me down below, explain how the room is lacking harmony and unity and how it can be improved. So what can someone do to that space to amp up that harmony and unity? And then you'll move on to balance. You are going to find an image that shows radiation, that kind of balance, and then radial balance. And for radial balance, you're going to find a wall in a family room that shows radial balance. And then for radiation, you're going to find an accessory. So it could be something on the wall, like a painting. It could be something on a table, some kind of accessory. For the other types, you're going to find just any kind of example of asymmetrical balance. Then for symmetrical, you're going to find two pictures. You're going to find a bed with symmetrical balance, and you're going to find a fireplace mantle with symmetrical balance. So you will type that into your Google searches. You can type fireplace, symmetrical balance, and come up with some images there that you can pull over and insert into here. All right, proportion. Remember, proportion is the scale or is the size of the furniture to the size of the room, and it should match. And so you're going to find a room that has realistic proportion and a room that has unrealistic proportion. So remember back to that presentation that you watched on Edpuzzle, and we had a room that had a big couch and it didn't fit in there. That is an example of unrealistic. So you want your furniture to match the size of the room. So if it's a large room, you can have bigger, fluffier furniture. If it's a small room, you need to have smaller, daintier furniture. And then again, you're going to explain how the room with unrealistic proportion can be improved. So what can they do to that room to get that to be more in proportion? Similar thing for scale. You're going to find something unrealistic and something realistic in scale. And remember, scale means now the furniture to itself in the room. So the furniture and accessories are giving us the same feeling of size in that space. And then again, how can that unrealistic scale be improved? All right, then you're going to find contrast. You're going to find three examples here. An example of a light and dark contrast, an example of contrast of saturation, and an example of warm and cold contrast. Again, these are all going to be in interior designs. Then we have dominance and emphasis. Remember, that's the focal point. So for the first one, you're going to find an example of emphasis using a framed piece of art. And then you're going to, on the other one, use an example of emphasis in interior design with print wallpaper. And then you have your four types of rhythm. You have gradation, where you're going to find one square with paint, where gradation is being shown in paint, or you can find one square with different objects of different sizes. So you have two options there. Then you have transition. You have a wall in a living room showing transition. Repetition, that square needs to be showing something with repetition on a wall in a bedroom. And then radiation, parts are balanced and repeated around a corner, so find an example of radiation rhythm there. When this is all done and you have all your pictures and your few reflection spots in there, what you will do is you will save this over here. That's right, it's over on the left corner. I'm going to save this and I'm going to click Other Apps. And what you can actually do is select the page ranges, and you can unselect those first 3 pages. I don't need to see those first 3 pages. Then hit then go back. So I just have page 8 to 11, and then I'm going to hit Share Note, and I'm going to then save it to my files, and it will save it right here on your iPad as a PDF, which will make it much easier to upload it then back in Schoology.